Chud the crier, Chud the beggar, Chud the what?
Like I said, listen, I know there's a lot of suspicion. I know there's a lot of people trying to scam people. Like I said, the Gibson Go that's helped Chud, that's the one I made. Alexis, she is the one who made this new one so that we can have access to the funds while I'm in here. I know there's a lot of people trying to scam you guys. I'm not trying to scam you. This is Chud. This is me. This is Dalton. I can't access the Gibson Go unless we can push the people at Gibson Go to allow her to get into my account. Then we are. I cannot get into any of that money while I'm in here because I'm the only one who has access to it. Thank you guys for supporting. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I'm trying to get out of here as soon as possible. Adin, this Dalton, Chud, if you can get me out, help with the bond. I cannot access my funds until I get out of here because no one has access to any of my Gibson Go or my crypto wallets, etc. I have to get out of here so that I can get verification processes to get into all of these funds. I will fight for free. If you can help me out to post bail, I will fight for free. We'll do whatever it is you want to do, bro. I need somebody with big money who can throw down, who can support me.
Hey, y'all remember this video right here? Roll it.
You hear the chimps over there, and there's a jail right there. I can show you guys. The jail is literally right here. So while it is a great view, there's a lot of screaming a lot of the time. They're right over there. If I yelled, they would like probably chimp the fuck. What the hell? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
If you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. There's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful features. And one of the main ones lets you access up to $750 of your paychecks early. If you switch your payroll over with Current, you get a full set of features like paycheck advance, fee-free overdraft, and the build card and more. There's everything in one app. I actually like that myself, which is why I partner with them. And right now they're giving $75 to anyone who signs up using my link or scans the QR code on the screen. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to the sign up page where you can create your own account. Just go through the normal sign up steps, enter information, order your card. After you complete those steps, you'll see the option pop up to enter my promo code, which unlocks the $75 bonus when you switch your direct deposit. So make sure you go through the full sign up process so you don't miss it. If you ever feel like managing money is stressful and tight sometimes, it's definitely worth checking out because that's literally what it's designed for. Fascinating. You know what's funny about that jail that Chud is in? You know who heavily populates it? Or who heavily populates the state of Tennessee's prison population? They like to tell you it's black when it's actually white. Take a look. In 2004, the Tennessee Department of Correction, TDOC, committed population was majority white, 58%, and black, 39%. Now, what they would like to do is go, all right, well, we're going to give blacks 40%. And if you do that, then we're going to give whites 60%. Sounds fair? Yeah, I bet y'all didn't want to do that, huh? So let's continue on. While state level exoneration rates, specifically by race, are not published independently by the state of Tennessee, national data indicates that black people are roughly 7.5 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted of murder than white people and account for 53% of all exonerations nationwide. Think about that. If you are going to basically be exonerated, like, actual evidence really comes in and Brady violations and all this shit, more than likely, you're going to be black. So, national statistics, according to data from the National Registry of Exonerations, black Americans make up roughly 53% of all recorded exonerations, despite representing only about 13.6% of the U.S. population. Homicide cases, innocent black Americans are 7.5 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted of murder than white Americans. Drug crimes, innocent black individuals are approximately 19 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted of drug crimes than white individuals. Contributing factors. Official misconduct is a factor in 78% of murder exonerations for black defendants compared to 64% for white defendants. See, there are racist, there are race grifters, which I believe 90% of the white people or black people who are pro Chud, they're just race grifters, bro. When it comes down to quote, because the race is human, by the way. The race is human. The ethnicity. See, one thing that I like that I got to do was grow up around a diverse group of people, different sets of Asians. We talking Chinese, Japanese, Hmong, Mian, Laotian, Cantonese. Damn, what else do we have? I'll just name 6 for now. I grew up around Polynesians, so Samoans and Tongans, so I know my Usos and my Tokos. You know what I'm saying? We got to get around a bevy of individuals from Ukrainians to Russians, right? So blacks and whites, we're the only ones who had this shit. Like, we're the only ones. What happens and what has happened is they have been sold, meaning white people have been sold skin color as an overt representation of wealth. While our wealth, aka black people, is built on occupation. But it's funny. None of the black content creators could ever pull that shit off that I just did with the stats and all that. You want to know why? Because they're trying to defeat what people are saying. When you're playing the game, you switch to chessboard. But Adin Ross, he basically had already told Chud it wasn't going to work.
You bet on Chud, the Chud guy? What's his name again? Yo! Holy shit. So he is on here. Can you pay his bail? Imagine the clips? Dude, no. Fucking not. What the hell? Are you?
And it's funny because there's all this crap about free speech and all of this stuff. And it gets funny because it's like, yeah, you can say what you want and all this shit and be protected, but you really don't have free speech like you say. You can't go into certain places and say you have certain things on you. You can't walk up to certain people and say, I'm going to do certain things to you. So when y'all say that shit, it's like, imagine if you said, if you walked up on me, right? Let's say you walked up on me since I'm 5'5", 400 pounds. And, you know, I keep like $30 on me in ones and stuff because that's what I can afford when I go out. So if you walked up on me, right, and you say, give me your money, Ceddy, Nash, or I'm going to shoot you. Well, here you go, Ceddy. Here you go. And then the cops run and then they catch you because they seen you do this shit. And you say, I didn't have a gun. I was only playing, man. I was only playing. Free speech. You think your ass ain't going to jail for robbery? Notice how these cats keep on shifting the argument. It's like, oh, no. Well, Chud, man, he got free speech. You don't have freedom of your actions. See, the issue is nobody was thinking about doing none of this dumb shit. He did it to himself. And it's like responsibility just does not exist with a certain crybaby ass crowd. To the point where I believe this lawyer is a white grifter. I just believe that. Based off of how he acts to shit. And he's like, he can't grift anymore.
Yes, a racial slur automatically qualifies as provocation that loses you self-defense. That's not my position. My position is that the prosecution's going to make that argument. And there's nothing contrary in Tennessee law that I can find that prevents the prosecution from making that argument to the jury. And if you show video clips, if you have evidence that a confrontation was provoked because a white guy called a black guy the N-word to his face, and statistically you're going to have 2 black people on that jury of 12, how hard a sell do you think that is? I'm not saying it's right or what should happen. People need to be able to separate their minds from what they would like to have happen, what they think is justice, and what is likely to happen. These need not be the same things. But you have a jury of 12. There's 2 black people in that jury, statistically likely, given the demographics of Montgomery County, Tennessee. And then there's the prosecution presents evidence of a fight being provoked because a white guy called a black guy the N-word to his face. You think they're not going to conclude that's provocation? And there's nothing in Tennessee law that says that's not the case. There's nothing in Tennessee law that I can find that says a racial slur simply cannot qualify as provocation. Now, there also is in Tennessee law that says a racial slur automatically qualifies as provocation that loses you self-defense, which just means the arguments will be permitted to be made to the jury, and the jury is going to make their own finding of fact, their own determination on this question of provocation. Again, on provocation, are you saying the 2 jurors are incapable of only following the law regardless of race? No, I'm saying the jury instructions they will get will allow them to conclude that calling a black man a racial slur to his face is sufficient provocation to lose self-defense. Because the law doesn't say to the contrary. The law leaves that window open. They could conclude the opposite. They conclude it doesn't look like provocation that loses self-defense. All I'm saying is it's on the table. There's no barrier of law that would prevent this jury from concluding that a racial slur is sufficient provocation, not to justify Joshua Fox's attack. That can't be justified. But to lose self-defense. So I get stuff like this.
But if Adin Ross was to put Chud the Builder on a fight card, I'll take it. I'll do it. Me, I got this. Because I'm pissed off that my economic warfare has stopped. I'm pissed off that people weren't intelligent enough. See, what's happened, and this video is going to be low numbers and all of this shit and everything, but I don't care. So if you want this message to go far, if you really want to combat these morons and get them to kind of quote unquote debate, I'm the guy for it, not these other idiots, because black people don't make up the majority of shit that they're saying. They're using a 2018 stat. They do know it's been revised and it doesn't have black people leading in the shit that they say. The thing that I despise the most about Chud and acting like, well, all this shit and the Myron gangs of the world is they keep on saying shit about the black community, right? Oh, well, these people, they're not doing that. The Hodge twins and all this shit. But I often wonder, what do y'all say about the white community who leads every damn thing from killing and murdering, where they, by overwhelmingly amount, have touched children? Oh, y'all split it up, y'all call it white liberals, white conservatives, white Republicans, white Democrats. But blacks can't be Democrats. Blacks can't be Republicans. Blacks can't be liberals. Blacks can't be conservatives. And they play in your face. These videos right here, these ones, I could destroy everybody. From Charlie Kirk, I would massacre Charlie Kirk in a debate. All of these cats in debates. But they pick on the lame people, the weak people. And then they'll say, oh, this and this about the black community. But they never address the white community. A white man tried to kill Donald Trump. A white man killed Charlie Kirk. A white man. We're not the problem. We're just American, just like everybody else. But we had to fight for our identity while white people get sold some bullshit. We're now told that white men are oppressed. Really? Okay. Oppressed, you say? Okay. So, as a white man, can I ask you, when you gonna get mad at the people who hire the illegals? If white people are supposed to be leaders and all this shit, why ain't y'all farming anymore? I mean, out there working for your fellow white man, helping him out and getting labor. Oh, y'all been lied to. You've been lied to. Bessemer, Alabama, Nick Saban. Wait, what? Yeah, they try to get a union out there for the Amazon warehouse, and they damn near had it. But Nick Saban came out there. Jolly old Saint Nick. It told y'all labors were bad. Labor unions were bad. And that's one of the most Southern things you could do. And please, don't get to talking about, oh, the South used to be Democrats. Oh, the Republicans, the Democrat Party, that was the party of the slavery. When these morons can't tell you there were Northern Democrats and Southern Democrats, that you had to win the national Democratic convention. See, they don't even tell y'all that. But they're going to bury this video. So if you want this shit to really spread, hit the like button, comment your thoughts, and share it. YouTube ain't going to have a choice. But if not, then stick around. I got a crazy ass update for y'all on a crazy ass case. We just got it hot off the presses, so I'll catch y'all back here in a moment. Click right here how Clarissa Shields just bow. But I want to know if y'all agree. Click that video right there. Click right here for the playlist, and I'll catch you on the next one.